Let's explore how we can enhance the anonymity of our traffic by utilizing the TOR network. By routing our web requests through TOR, our online activity will appear as if we're using a VPN. Before proceeding, please ensure that you have proxy chains installed on your system. To install proxy chains, type the following command: the sudo apt install proxy chains. I've already installed it, so there is no need to do it again. Now, the next step is to edit the configuration file. To do that, we can use the command sudo nano x.cchains.conf to access the config file. Now, there are various options available for the chain. One option is the dynamic chain, where each connection is made through chained proxies. This method requires at least one server to facilitate the process. By using this approach, your traffic is saved through a service and passed on to the next server, which then forwards it to the other server till it reaches the exit node. This is how the dynamic chain operates. This is also a strict chain. It necessitates all the proxies to be online. Otherwise, it will not function as intended. But okay, for this one, I am using the random chain. This is done by randomly selecting from a list. This option will test your intrusion detection system only if the length of the random chain is equal to 2. So to choose the random chain, initially when you use it on your computer, it will be commented, just uncommented. Now, let's move on to the down section. Now, let's take a look at your config file. You'll notice that the SOCKS 5 proxy is missing. It's important to add it because using the SOCKS 4 proxy can be quite slow. To add the SOCKS 5 proxy, just write SOCKS 5 followed by the local host address and the port 9050. Save the changes by pressing Ctrl-X. Once you've added the SOCKS 5 proxy, we need to install, since the proxy chain proxies are set to use TOR by default. To install TOR, open your terminal and enter the command sudo apt install TOR. Press enter and wait for the installation to complete. Once it's done, you can start TOR. To start TOR, you should run these commands. You sudo system enable TOR to enable to, then you run system will start TOR to start your service. So we can go to our browser. Then on the browser, you go to settings. You search for network settings. Then on the network settings, on your browser, you choose manual proxy configuration. Then on the SOCKS host, you typed in the localhost address, which is 127.0.0.1 and set the port to 9050 as in the proxy chains config file LUE. And under it, you choose the SOCKS 5. After editing the network settings, click on the OK button to save the changes. Now let's try searching for our IP address to confirm if it has been anonymized. Simply type, "What is my IP address?" in the search bar. It might take a little bit time since it's passing through the TOR network, and it also depends on your internet connection. And now we are asked to prove whether we are a bot or human. It's because it's passing through various network, various servers. Just follow the instructions to prove you're not a bot. You may have noticed that the language has been switched to a different one, possibly based on the IP address we are currently using. Let's switch it back to English. Now let's check what our IP address is. So what's my IP address? Currently, the displayed IP address originates from Canada, despite the fact that I am not located in Canada. The system indicates that it appears to be a VPN, but in reality, I am using TOR, which functions similarly to a VPN, but is distinct from it. Additionally, the system inaccurately detects my location. You're not using a VPN. It's actually a TOR service that we own. The system displays countries like Canada, Bridget, Ontario, and even Germany as the ISP locations, although I'm not physically in Canada. Our traffic appears to be routed through these locations. And when we visit any site, it shows the IP address used to access that site. It's like this IP address will be shown to any system or anyone that intersects our traffics. Our own IP address has been hidden, so I can even open Firefox with proxy chains.
Yeah.
I will just type the command proxy chains Firefox. You can see the same thing here. You can check what's my IP address and it would be the same. So what's my IP address here? It appears to be the same thing. You can enter through the terminal or utilize it to execute various commands, including project, Nmap, or any other programs. Kali Linux is an advanced penetration testing distribution, so you can use it to run various tools such as Skipfish, SQLmap, Comics, and others. Its primary function is to anonymize your network traffic, thus concealing your internet IP address and using its own IP address for anonymization. This ensures that your actual IP address remains hidden, making you virtually untraceable on the network. It's like being a ghost, completely anonymized, making it extremely challenging to track or detect your IP address as it passes through numerous networks and servers. Okay, so guys, this will for today. Hope you find it very good. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more advanced ethical penetration testing or hacking videos and internet related contents.